Today we're going to talk about how to budget on any income. So how are you going to do that? You're trying to wonder, I got $1,000, or I make $100,000, or I make, however much per month. You're trying to figure out how can this work. We're going to use a formula. So the formula is called the 50-30-20 rule. It's very popular. It's been around for a while. I'm going to link it. You'll see that coming up in a second. And so basically what you're going to do is you're going to take your income, and this is your income after taxes. So this is the amount that hits your bank account. You're going to take that amount and you're going to apply this formula to it. Now you can go online, you can go to NerdWallet or some kind of a calculator, type in 50-30-20 calculator and type in your income, and it will give you the different amounts for each of your selected parts, 50, 30, and 20. So the reason why this is really popular is because it gives you kind of a baseline. Of course, this is your budget, right? So it's going to apply to you. So it's going to give you a baseline of kind of where you should be spending your money to be able to be financially fit. So the 50 is for your needs. This is housing, this is car, insurance, food, your basic necessities. Food, shelter, and water is how they used to go. Okay. The 30% is going to be for your wants, like clothing, maybe some eating out. I think this number is too big because I think if you don't have a couple months of expenses set aside, if you don't have your bills all current, you really shouldn't be spending any money on clothes or anything like that. Your money should be going to only invest in yourself. So classes or things that are going to make you more money in the future. But let's just go with the 30. The 30% is for wants. The 20% is for debt payments and for emergency fund. So there's a lot of conversation about savings, and I think it's just very interesting, but you do need some savings. I mean, you can't just be out here wilding out and have nothing to fall back on. That is silliness. We can talk about high interest savings accounts. We can talk about where to put savings, but we need some savings. We need a month or two at least to start to be able to be stabilized. So if there's an emergency, I mean, the thing about it is, like, if your car breaks down, that's one thing, but getting tires, getting your brakes changed, your oil change shouldn't blow your budget out. You should have a budget, and it should also include in there, like, your car maintenance. It shouldn't be a catastrophe when something happens. This is why you want to have an extra month of income put away, and then you have your emergency fund. You just want to get used to just having money. And this is like a basic level. This is not the money that you're using to invest. This is just to stabilize yourself and be able to build off of that. So anyway, that's 50, that's 30. The 20% is for debt reduction and savings. So this is a big part for a lot of people. If you have student loan debts, if you have a lot of credit cards, if you have, we weren't going to put car in here, I don't think, but you probably could, but just revolving debts, right? Things that you can continuously run up whenever you feel like it. We want to put those in here. And you really do want it 20%. Now, if you have a student loan, I used to have a student loan, and then I went back to work because I decided that I didn't want it anymore. And it was a lot of money. It was like $70,000. But I went back to work to pay it off because I didn't think it was that much money, taking in how much money I could earn, and my expenses were pretty low, so I figured I could go back to work and I can knock this out. But God had other plans, so it ended up happening in another way, but I'm so thankful about it. And you can have that too. So, but anyway, let's just say you don't have that. Put it down. So you're going to figure out, like, I'm overextended in my debts. I'm overextended. This whole 50-30-20 is just going to be a template for you to see where you're at and try to bring your numbers closest to this. That means you might add some stuff. You might get rid of some stuff. You might focus in other areas. But the one thing about it is that you want to make sure on your regular budget, before you even do this, you really have to do your budget too, which is basically how much income you're bringing in and how much income is going out. And you can see that video. I already did this video. And you can see exactly where you're at. Because you need to know, I'm bringing it, my household runs on $2,500, my household runs on $5,000, my household runs on $10,000. You need to know that so that when you're looking at doing things, you're not out of reach, out of touch. And it's eye-opening. I mean, a lot of times, like, you probably don't even really want to think about it until there's an emergency and you're like, oh, I don't have it. It's like, well, where is it, right? Where is it? Where's the money at? If you got money from the PPP loans, that's what it was called. Okay, I don't remember. But anyway, you got where's the money at? Did you save any of that money? Did you put anything in stocks? Like, where is the money, right? So we have to be very careful. As women, it's very important. Yes, you can get flowed out, but can you get back in case you don't get picked up? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you just want to have it, even though you don't want to spend it, but just have it. There's nothing more of a confidence builder than having your own. Yes, you're going to go out. Yes, he's going to pay for the dinner. But what if he forgot his debit card or his credit card? Can you cover it? Or do you have to go wash dishes in the back? Like, what are we doing right now, right? So the idea is that we get our finances in order. This is only like a level 1 basic stability. This is not even scaling. This is not even talking about earning $1 million, because if you don't have this in place, it doesn't matter how much you earn, it's going to be gone because you've been robbing Peter to pay Paul, and eventually Peter and Paul are going to want their money at the same time. So let's just go ahead and prepare for that by kind of putting in some work right now. And let me just say this, and I'm going to get off of this. You got the 50-30, you got my budget video. You have the 50-30-20 to kind of guide you. This is the beginning of September, so you're able to basically start a fresh month, tracking your expenses, tracking your income, seeing where you're at, so that at the last quarter, which is going to be October, November, December, you're able to fully run your budget. You're able to fully run it and start to automate it. We want to get things automated. We want to have enough money in our bank account where we can automate our bill pay. We don't have to be spending time paying bills every month. They should be on auto pay, and you should be focusing on revenue generating things, revenue generating projects, creativity, not paying bills, right? So we'll get there, but it takes some time. It takes the beginning parts of this, which are number 1, the budget. Number 2, give this after you get your budget, get this in line, this 50-30-20, to kind of give you a guideline about where your money is and where it's going. And then from there, we can build out. But we have to have the basics. We can't have any of our bills past due. We have to get everything current. That's one of the things that's very important, is that you don't want to have a big 50-30-20. And matter of fact, let me add this too. If you live in an area like I do, I live in California, so our rents here are very high. So if you live in that area, you can switch your numbers and make like a 60-30-10. If that's a little bit better for you, give you a little bit more room for a rental, and you can switch up maybe your savings. But we have to do something, especially if, like I said, especially if you're a woman. You can really don't want to have to be at the hands of other people because they have the money and you don't. You do not want to be there. So let's start this out today by doing our budget. First of the month. It's the first of the month. Start by doing your budget. And then secondly, try this 50-30-20. See where you're at and get to work pushing this back into alignment. And then from there, in my original video, I already mentioned to you guys that you should have a savings account set up. But if your income is less than your expenses, the first thing you have to do is get more income. Now, you guys already know, and I haven't really did a video on this, that I sell online, right? I have an e-com business that I've had when my kids were little. And so I've always had another stream that I've had, and I can scale it up, I can take it down, whatever I want to do, could change it. So for you guys out there, that's a really quick way to earn money, is to find things around your house, put them on OfferUp, put them on Facebook Marketplace, put them on eBay, and then you're able to start earning income without having to really leave out of your house. Now, there's tons to this. I could do a whole other video about reselling, but just to start with that, just start by finding things around your house, put them in a pile, start getting them out the door. If you need to start mowing lawns, you need to start doing, what's it called, DoorDash, whatever it takes for you to do it, to get your income above your expenses, because we need that extra income to do something else with it. And just before I go, let me just say this. We live in, for those of you guys who live here, we live in America. People die to get here. because of the opportunities that we have. You don't have to even be from here to buy a house. The different types of opportunities we have with education, especially like California, it's very high here because we fund a lot of services for our citizens. So it's high here. They don't have that in every state. Some states, you know what, you don't have any money, you're just out. But we have a lot of services that we provide, so it's quite costly to live here. But that's just part of, if you want to live here, then you don't have to. You can live wherever you want to live. But anyway, this is a golden opportunity for everyone, I think, in the whole wide world because of AI. Because of AI, whatever business model you're thinking about, whatever book you're going to write, whatever, it's all going to be helped by AI. So this is an opportunity for you to get your finances in order quickly as possible so you can focus on using this technology to build out your future. And it's going to take less time. Like before, it might take you, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 years to get your millions and to be, where you want to be if you were focused, right? But now with technology, we can be a couple years, like 3 years, you can start and really have a financial future that's different. And that's because of the leverage of the internet, right? So before, like I have 2 books on Amazon, but before you would write a book and you would go through the old-fashioned publishing way and you would kind of wait around to see how the book does or whatever. Now you can publish your books, you can podcast, you can have a YouTube channel if you want to start that. There's so many opportunities right now that if you're not trying to figure out how you can be a part of this, I don't care what you do. If you make dog collars, right? That's a business, scale it up. There's so much information right now. I think most people will get left because they lack the discipline and the consistency to do it. But I will say that this is an opportunity for you, knock, 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 you right there, to build out a future that's going to take way less time than it would previously because of leverage. The leverage, before an artist would make a song and how they got rich so quick is that one song will go across all these different platforms. I'm not talking social media, I'm talking about radio or vinyl or CD or 8-track, right? And it would go across the whole world. So one thing that they did produced a whole world of interest, right? But now we have that. We have that here. So the same leverage that they have, we have it now. So it's an opportunity now for whatever you're interested in, for you to figure out how to master it and then to put it into the technology sphere. So we'll talk about that later. Right now, you got to get financially fit because we cannot be out here trying to scale and our whole baseline is blown out of proportion, okay? So anyway, let's work on that. So 1 is do your budget. Number 2, do your 50-30-20 rule. If you have any questions for me, let me know. If you just need like an accountability partner because you're not really good at this, that's fine too. We can do something like that if you guys need that. But it's going on right now. I mean, get in it. Wake up and get to it because the opportunities are endless right now. And you want to be ready for it. You don't want to have to wait till they're offering something for you to get ready. Like we got to stay ready. We can't just get ready. We have to stay ready. And it can be a job. It can be an additional job, but it's so worth it because once you get your mindset, once you get your finances like in order, you're going to be attracting more and more money towards you because you're thinking on a different frequency. You understand that? Because your frequency is abundance. It's not scarcity. I'm abundance. And once you start thinking like that, because you're feeling confident, because you've done the work, you know what's going on, you have a system in place, you have a money system every time you get paid, whether you get a $10,000 bonus from your job or you get your check every month of $10,000, you know exactly what to do. It's the same thing. I'm going to apply the same principle, which we haven't talked about that yet, a money system, which I will get to, but we want to start just applying a basic foundation of getting out of debt, saving money, and being prepared for our future. So anyway, this video is a little bit longer, but I think if you actually get this done, you're going to find yourself ready for September to practice this. And then October, November, December, you'll be able to run this. And you'll have some savings going into the beginning of 2026. And you'll feel like 100,000 times better than you do right now. Okay? And get creative. Like if your rent is really high, can you do a roommate? Can you get a smaller place? Like get creative. Like I literally gave up buying new cars to buy a used car the first time because I don't want a car note anymore. And I've been so free ever since that. I've been doing that for years and years, buying my cars in cash versus buying my cars off of the lot. Well, I can't say it's not off a lot, but just buying the cars and having car notes. I mean, once you get into this, it's so freeing. You're going to really love it. And honestly, you're going to believe how long did it take me to actually figure this out. So hopefully you can do these things, and let me know in the comments, like, what's your biggest hurdle to getting financially fit, to doing your budget? Is it a mindset? Is it time? You don't have any paper? You don't have a pencil? What is it? Kids keep bothering you? Like, let me know what the hurdle is, because we got to get this done. Like, time is not waiting for anyone. See, there are people out there making videos that are old. Okay, so there's no reason why you don't have your stuff together, and that's just ridiculous. I don't want to go into it. I know people that are like nurses. They earn so much money. Still, ask to borrow money. They don't have it. They don't have a system in place. So let's just get this done. And let me know if what your biggest hurdle is with budgets, because I really want to cover that, because I think that's something that we need to really focus on, is how to do that. And as a woman, you have to have your money together, and you have to have your finances together, and you have to be able to talk to your spouse about your money situation, your money goals, and they can't be blown up on you and going off on you because you asked a question. So we have to get this nailed down. If you come into the game before a relationship and you're financially savvy, guess what? They're going to have a harder time trying to get over on you if you start off like that. If you come in there all docile, I don't know, just happy to have a boyfriend or whatever, then you know what? The game is on you. You will be taken through a lot. So let's just focus on getting our foundation set. And that's it. So have a great rest of your day, and we'll start part 3, which is our stability, right? So first we have our budgets. You saw that video. Number 2, we're going to apply this rule just to get a guideline of where we're at. And number 3, I'm going to give you some information about how to get stabilized. Thanks for watching. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, watch, like, and all those beautiful things. You know how the algorithm is. And I'll see you next time.